I think down the road, I mean, you think Cody's going to be an executive vice president forever? Do you think Kenny's going to be an executive vice president forever?
We can keep our fingers crossed about Kenny. I could take Cody without the other two.
Come on.
Or the other three.
Let's see Cody prove something. What has he done in the last 2 years other than try as hard as he can to break out away from wrestling?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he's only wrestling every once in a while and he's off on a reality show, he's not offensive. I'm not offended by Cody because I don't have to watch him every week for 30 minutes do bad gymnastics routines and emote like Marcel Marceau on LSD.
No, you're right. His stuff's usually pretty quick. Usually he gets like 3 words out, and then someone either comes to the ring or attacks him.
I don't wish him ill, but I can tolerate him because when he's on, it's usually okay, and it don't last too long. But with the other ones, it's self-indulgent bullshit over and over of the same flavor, along with, as I said, the gesticulating and finger pointing and etc. Possibly Marcel Marceau on bath salts.
Real quick, and we could finish up talking about the modern day WWE and their problems, which will probably be an ongoing discussion. But on the topic of Cody, seeing everything you're seeing right now, and knowing that the fans there were already booing him against Malachi, and he once again, for the second year in a row, it's like the Midnight Rider returned again. For the second year in a row, Cody takes off in the summer to go film his shows, and he's about to launch that reality show in September, which you got to think is going to be right around the time that he returns from his summer filming sabbatical. Do you think there's any chance he comes back and the fans there cheer him? I think Cody has kind of played himself out of being popular with those fans, especially against Malachi. And if that reality, unless that reality show paints him like the greatest human being on the planet and Brandy's the next coming of Mother Teresa, there's no way that show's going to make him a babyface or keep him a babyface.
Well, I was about to say, you may be right. And here's the thing, because of that fan base that they have that truly enjoys that kind of thing, as I've said many times, for the kind of people who like that kind of thing, that's the kind of thing those people like. Cody is the only one of the group of darlings that actually does have good quality pro wrestling matches. And the others, the Hardley Boys and Twinkle Toes, have gone so far to diminish and slander and, make unimportant actual quality wrestling to promote their fucking gymnastics and their whatever the fuck it is they call what they do. They have made that fan base think that's good wrestling. So the only one that can actually do it is Cody, and I don't think that their fan base likes him anymore as part of that group because he doesn't do that shit.
I don't think Cody could do it. He was great in the Dustin match. Dustin happens to be one of the best over the age of 50 wrestlers in the history of the business.
No, he was great in the Dustin match, but every time he has a single match, with few exceptions, especially on a big show, it makes a lot more goddamn sense. Even he, as we've mentioned, sometimes goes too far, but he
always goes too far. What do you mean sometimes goes too far?
All right, well, then he always goes too far.
Let's see. There was the thing with him and Jade Cargill, which was ridiculous and never ended. There was Cody's battle with Anthony Ogogo, which turned into Britain versus America, and Cody defending all the interracial children in the world, whatever that was, and he came out like Apollo Creed against a Russian. He's in red, white, and blue, Mr. America, because nothing says America like, what was that, May? I don't even remember when that was.
I mentioned that it was ridiculous that we weren't mad at England anymore. The point I'm making is Cody has had at least several high-quality singles matches, which is more than I've seen from Twinkle Toes, and he's fucking got a grip on what the wrestling business is, which is more than you can say for the Hardley Boys. I'm not saying he's Lou Thez and Buddy Rogers rolled into one. However, if you're rating the executive vice presidents on their ability to have a good pro wrestling match with a good opponent and knowing what wrestling actually is rather than whatever the fuck they're doing, then Cody at least ranks ahead of the Hardley Boys and Twinkle Toes, even if that's like being the nicest guy in prison.
Cody has a grip on how much he wants everyone to love Cody. That's what Cody's grip is on. Cody has a great grip on how much he wants everyone to just get behind him and Say, come on, Cody, you can do it.
Wait a minute. Cody has a great grip on everyone that he wants to get behind him. And then what? Holy mackerel.
Apparently that's why the marriage stays so well. Yeah. I don't know, but let's, I guess, move on or tie this up. I don't know. The main topic was WWE and their future that we were talking about, but that will play out.
I see your future, and it don't look too good. Or as Austin Idol said one time, your future is looking very, very dim.
But, Jim, the thing is, we're all assuming Charlotte or Ashley, whatever we want to call her now, we may want to preemptively start using her, the name she'll be able to use in the future. We all assume she's going to AEW, but there is another option, and everyone ignores it, but she could leave WWE and sign up with Codecademy and learn all about a whole new career.
Well, that's true, and I must admit that when we did the first Codecademy spots, I was ignorant, to be honest with you, about the whole thing. I'm not up with all of the technology and all the ways that the kids talk about it these days. And so our Codecademy, our original spot, got quite a bit of attention. People seemed to enjoy it. It did spread the word about this fine organization, Codecademy. But I feel like I shorted them a little bit, that I didn't really know what the product was or what they were selling, because, you and I, Brian, we always say we want to make sure that we only push products and services that our viewers and our listeners, they want. And of course, you being more technological than me, you said this is a good thing and this could lead to having new careers for people. But anyway, I thought before we did this week, I was going to brush up on the whole coding thing and code and so I have a better grip on things so I can tell people what a fine service Codecademy is. And I've done some reading up on this, some history. I have some documents here, as a matter of fact. I've been studying on the whole code thing. Did you know that code was invented by a man named Samuel Morse in 1837? Did you know
Morse
that?
code?
Yes, that's what they call it here on the Wikipedia. Morse code is a method used in telecommunication to encode text characters as standardized sequences of two different signal durations. Now listen, this is very important, called dots and dashes, or dits and das. Morse code is named after Samuel Morse, who was also one of the inventors of the telegraph. So this makes a lot of sense. And what it is
not
Morse code. Now, there's no distinction between upper and lowercase letters. We got to mention that, and that gets on my nerves. But each Morse code symbol is formed by a sequence, as I said, of dits and das. The dit duration is the basic unit of time measurement in Morse code transmission. The duration of a da is 3 times the duration of a dit. Each dit or da within an encoded character is followed by a period of signal absence called a space equal to the dit duration. But the letters of a word are separated by a space of duration equal to 3 dits, and words are separated by a space equal to 7 dits. So you can see where you've got to go to school to learn how to do this. And the folks at Codecademy, I mean, this is complicated shit.
Yeah. That part you got right. That's the one part you got right, but Codecademy makes it very easy for anyone to learn it. When I say it, I mean not what you were talking about. It's not Morse code.
No,
it's computer coding. All the issues you're having with Hodgkiss. Imagine if Hodgkiss just signed up for Codecademy. You should be paying for it, by the way. And he could sit there and learn how to do everything all by himself.
So it's Codecademy is not Morse code. It's computer code.
That's right. If you want to learn more about Morse code, read that fantastic Edmund Morris Edison biography, or read it in reverse order, but that's another story. Well, different kind of coding.
Then.
But this kind of coding, again, if Charlotte wants to do that moonsault right out of WWE, this may be a wonderful landing spot for her.
Well, that's true, because it'd be a brand new career. And folks, there's never been a better time to become a programmer. With Codecademy, you can learn to code on your own terms, whether your name is Morse or not. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to advance, Codecademy can help you reach your coding goals, especially when you learn with Codecademy. It might be the easiest way to change your career, and simply put, Codecademy is the best way to learn code online, not only teaching you job-ready coding skills, but also helping you build unique projects for your portfolio, where you can earn certificates and even prep for technical interviews. You can get qualified for in-demand jobs in as little as 2 months. And learning at your own pace and your own level, you can choose from building websites to analyzing data and everything you could want. You can learn the languages, including Python, HTML, CSS, SQL, MOUSE, JavaScript, and more. And Morse. Get instant feedback.
No Morse. It does not teach you Morse. No.
Oh,
Morse.
I'm sorry. I thought it said and Morse. I thought it said and more. Well, at first I said that, and then I realized, well, wait a minute. We're talking about the guy who invented this stuff. But that's a different thing. Anyway, folks at Code Academy, you get instant feedback where your code is tested as soon as you submit it. So there's no way for you to weasel your ass out of shit. You'll always know if you're on the right track. You cannot cheat doing this stuff. That wouldn't be Cricket or Code Academy. You can build your portfolio and get that certificate of completion to make yourself more marketable to future employers. Every time you let a future employer see you come to completion, it will add to your job-getting skills. Folks, you can do all this stuff. Land your dream job in web development, programming, computer science, data science, being a telegraph operator, and tons more. Join the millions of people learning to code with Code Academy and see where coding can take you. Sometimes coding can tell you where to get off. Get 15% off your Code Academy Pro membership when you go to CodeAcademy.com and use the promo code EXPERIENCE. That's promo code EXPERIENCE at CodeAcademy.com to get 15% off Code Academy Pro, the best way to learn to code. That's CodeAcademy.com. Code Academy, promo code EXPERIENCE. Cacao!
How do you do that promo in Morse code?
Hold on. This is going to take a while.
Yeah.
I figure probably about 45 minutes. That's why it takes so long to learn this with Code Academy. They zip you right through it because there's a lot of stuff going on.
I'm pretty sure you just told me to go fuck my mother in Swahili.
I didn't say your mother.
No, thank you.
I was talking about your dog.